I'm Zach with Competitive Cyclist. We're here at the trailhead of beautiful Mill Creek Canyon in Salt Lake City, Utah, checking out the all-new XX1 group set from SRAM. At Competitive Cyclist, we love the simplicity and the function of a 1x8, 1x9, or a 1x10 setup. Now, the downside to a 1x setup is that there's really no purpose-built group set or component yet for that style of riding. Now, what SRAM has done with the XX1 group set is created that ideal purpose-driven group set to give you the perfect cohesive 1x setup. Of course, the perfect 1x setup starts in the cockpit, and SRAM has built the XX1 around an all-new 11-speed grip shift or trigger shift as well. If you prefer the trigger shift for the precision or the grip shift for being able to dump through a multitude of gears, you have that option in the cockpit with the XX1 group set. Designed very much like your favorite single-speeder crankset, each arm is full carbon fiber and the drive side is attached to a 32-tooth chainring. You're not limited to a single size, Q factor, or chainring size, as all three of those will have a number of options for you to choose from. Unique to the XX1 derailleur is how SRAM engineers rotated the parallelogram so that the derailleur is only allowed to move horizontally as you shift across the cassette. This horizontal movement, combined with the XX1's integrated roller clutch bearing, prevents any excess chain slack or chain slap that could result in a dropped chain. Now, SRAM does make an XX1 chain guide, but they're pretty confident that you won't need it, and over the course of all of our rides on this new group set, we haven't experienced any chain drops. SRAM has included a 10 to 42 range cassette with the XX1 group set, which really allows you to cover the full spectrum of gear ratio that you would experience or need from a 2x10 drivetrain. Now, to get that tiny 10-tooth cog on there, SRAM had to specifically engineer a driver type cog to go on the very end of the cassette. Now, the addition of that driver cog does make for a few compatibility issues. At this time, XX1 is only compatible with certain DT Swiss free hub bodies, and of course the full range of SRAM free hub bodies as well. I've been running a 1x setup on my personal bike for several seasons now, so this is definitely a platform that I am already well accustomed to. What I love about the XX1 platform is it gives you that expanded gear range, which is perfect for when you're digging really, really deep at the end of a long race, which is something I've definitely had a problem with on my existing 1x setup. The gear ratio is excellent for beginning to mid-race, but as you start to get tired, you really need those few extra gears for those last big climbs. I could see this group set also being a godsend to trail or all-mountain riders who tend to have a lot of stuff going on in the cockpit. You've got your dropper seat post, your fork lockout. All of that stuff takes up space in the cockpit, but with the XX1, you free up a full side with your shifter, and additionally with the grip shift setup, you free up a fair amount of room here for your thumbs as well. That way, if your left thumb isn't relegated to shifting duties, that provides immediate access to your dropper seat post or your fork lockout. Now, if you have any questions about the performance, compatibility, or getting this group set fitted to your next dream mountain bike, or have any other questions about anything we didn't cover in this video, please feel free to give our team of bike experts a call.